Right. So there's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said that during the night Allah is on the highest or the lowest level of heaven, right?
Highest or lowest, yeah, one of those, okay.
Yeah. Like he's like closest to earth.
Yes.
So that means that
Yes.
like the way that the earth is, that when it's nighttime, we're facing up. So during the daytime, we're facing the bottom.
No, it's not like that.
It's not like that? Okay.
No, it's not like that.
Okay. All right. So, all right. That was part of it. So the other thing is...
and it's not physical. Okay. Immediately you're jumping to the physical aspect of what the world is and up and down. No.
Okay.
No. This is lowest of the low. Huh? Up and down is only here.
Right.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Time is only here also.
Right.
Time in other alams, in other worlds is different. It's not the time that is here. Up and down, north, south, east, and west directions and everything is different in other alams too. Okay. You understand? Okay. In the grave, you are alive, but you're not breathing. Time is different there. Right. You understand? Yes, gravity is different. Everything is different. So we cannot base it on that. That hadith, when Allah is descending to the lowest paradise, it's not Allah who's descending. It's not in His essence. Obviously, it's not Allah. Because Allah is what? Beyond time and place. Allah is beyond anything that He Himself has created. Yes? Yes. So if you say Allah descends, that means that He's high, you're putting a place on Him. That is shirk. Yes. And then if you say that He descends, now that is also shirk. So when the Prophet says this, obviously he doesn't mean in that physical sense. Okay. When the Quran is talking about the hands of Allah, right, obviously Allah is not talking about it in the physical sense. Yes? So this is why interpretation, not any interpretation, this is why the guidance of the prophets and the guidance of their descendants and the alims are important. Their guidance is not, I don't want to use the interpretation, means that anyone can interpret. No, it is haram for people to interpret the Quran. It's forbidden. Only those who are given the authority and the knowledge and the permission, now it's an open playing field. Now when there's no khilafat, anyone can do anything. And they did that. So, what descends now is, because now you have to corroborate with other ayats and other hadiths. You understand what it means when Allah descends? What happens at that time? You have to corroborate. It's not just one single thing. And then you have to have, in this world, you can have one brilliant scientist come up with something and say something, make a claim, but if his peers don't agree with that, if there's no peer review, it's cancelled. Yes or no? Yes? It's common sense, right? Kind of like that in Islam also. Your peers, everyone, it's called ijma. You understand? So the consensus, everyone has to agree on it, then it's okay. It doesn't mean that just because, even if it is one person, it's sound, but the majority, the ijma, the consensus is not ruling that is so, you're not obligated, and you better step down also. Because so many of us, we don't really agree with that. It may be okay, but step down. You cannot now take that to be, this is what we want, we have to ignore all the majority. We cannot. So, who is there? What is there? It is not Allah in His essence, obviously. So what comes down? His rahmat. You understand? His rahmat, His blessings, His mercy. And that is from corroboration of other hadiths and ayats and other things also. So it's understood now. At that time, that is the tahajjud time specifically. It is the last third of the night, okay, where people are deepest in sleep, but those in the deepest, they wake up and they remember their Lord. So rahmat falling everywhere. You want to look young, you want to be youthful, be awake in those hours, okay, and worship. Then very little sleep will give you that rejuvenation, because angels will come and fix you. Okay, now, second part.
So, what does Allah is closer than your jugular vein mean, and where is Allah?
I've already said. If you're talking about His essence, it's unreachable. Okay. If you're talking about where His reach is, you cannot find anything or anywhere where Allah is not. Because Allah is the only creator, and everything that He has created is coming. Let's say from him, not from his essence, of course, but it's coming from his creation, right? So his signature and his signs are everywhere now. So Allah now is closer than your jugular vein. What is your jugular vein? What is that? What's in your jugular vein?
Blood.
Okay. What's next to your jugular vein also? It says Allah. And then in the ayat also talking about Allah whispering to you. No? There's a connection there, jugular vein to your ears and everything. Yes? So now, when you look physically, when you look at your lifeline, when you look at the closeness of your blood and the importance of your blood in your body, Allah now is more important to you, and Allah now is closer to you than that physicality that Allah has put there that is essential for your well-being, okay, for your health. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the closest one to us. But we are very, very far away from Allah. Allah has created us, He has not left us. He has created us, and He knows, and He wants to know, and He's still calling, and He's close, He's not giving up. But we are very far away from Him, although He's close to us. Like what the awliya, they are saying, we have put there are 70,000 veils between us and Allah. And tariqat is to help us to remove those veils to come closer. Okay? Answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Probably, but I'll remember later.
Okay. Inshallah. Very good. Okay. Anything else? Women, any questions? Okay. This much is enough. ومن الله التوفيق الفاتحة. آمين.